McLaren are scratching their heads as to why Oscar Piastri has been struggling recently. I got a few theories myself, to be honest with you, and indeed, McLaren did put one forward about how low grip circuits were really impacting the Aussie. However, we saw in Brazil a relatively high grip track, or at least a lot more high grip than the likes of Cota and also Mexico City as well, that really his fortunes didn't improve. If anything, they kind of got worse, to be honest with you. So what's going on here? Let's have a look, guys. Like I said, I'll give my own theories at the end of the video, but let's have a look at what the F1 Chronicle and McLaren are saying right here. Oscar Piastri's bid for the 2025 Formula 1 World Championship has hit a surprising slump, with McLaren team principal Andrea Stella describing the Australian's recent struggles as quite anomalous. After winning the Dutch Grand Prix, Piastri held a commanding 34-point lead over teammate Lando Norris in the driver's standings. However, in the 6 races since, a mix of inconsistent results and unfortunate circumstances has seen that advantage turned into a 24-point deficit, with only 83 points left to fight for. Across that stretch, Piastri's finishes include 3rd, 4th and 3 5th place finishes, alongside 2 DNFs in the sprints for Austin and Sao Paulo. Norris, meanwhile, has surged with 2 victories, a sprint win and multiple podiums to seize control of the title race. Piastri recently admitted that team orders during the Italian Grand Prix, when he was instructed to swap positions back with Norris, dented his confidence heading into the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. That weekend marked the beginning of his downturn, as a crash in qualifying, a jump start penalty at the start of the Grand Prix, and another crash on the opening lap of the race sealed his fate. Speaking to the media, Stella explained that McLaren believes Piastri's form dip is linked to a run of low grip circuits such as Baku, Austin and Mexico City that have exposed a specific sensitivity in his driving style. And that's something we already covered here on the channel. But Sao Paulo is different though. Things did not improve in Sao Paulo. So what's going to happen this weekend where we've got a low grip surface in Las Vegas? It's worrying. It's worrying because McLaren's record around Las Vegas isn't great. Oscar Piastri's record around Las Vegas in the last 2 years has not been particularly great either. Qatar could be different. Of course, Oscar Piastri won his first race of any kind there in 2023. He won the Qatar Sprint that year. He's very good around there. McLaren do very well around tracks like that. I think McLaren probably are going to get a 1-2 around there. I think they'll be absolutely dominant personally. But Piastri is more the question mark, really. Piastri is very much more the question mark. So why is he struggling? What's my theory behind him struggling? Well, to be honest, for lack of a better term, he's just been knocked off balance. And this is the thing, right? Piastri has never been in the title fight in Formula 1 before. He's never had to deal with these kinds of setbacks before. He started this season absolutely incredible form, right? Apart from that home race in Australia, the very first race of the season, by and large, after that, up until the Dutch Grand Prix, he had the better of Lando Norris. He was better than him for the most part, right? Things changed, though. When he had that disappointment in Italy, like he said, that knocked him off balance right there. Then he has the retirement in Azerbaijan, and then he's on the back foot. Norris has been, at that point, better than Piastri since probably after Canada, right? For the most part. Obviously, there were some races where Piastri still won, and even the Dutch Grand Prix where he did win, obviously Norris did retire as well, but he was going to win that race anyway, right? He still had the better in Norris that weekend, regardless of any kind of engine failure for Lando Norris. So I just think that this is something completely new to him. He's not had this setback before. Norris, he's had several setbacks in his Formula 1 career, and he's eventually picked himself up. He's better for the experience. Piastri doesn't have that. He doesn't have that mentality to draw on. You know, he needs the off-season now to come back, rest. He needs the off-season now to go away, rest, recharge, and come out swinging once again in 2026. And I think he's going to do that. But right now, in these final 3 rounds, he is hanging on. He might even lose second place in the driver's standings to Max Verstappen. Wouldn't rule it out. Would not rule it out at all, to be honest. But guys, get your thoughts in the comments below. What has happened to Piastri? Why is he struggling? I've given my theory. Do you agree with it? What's yours? I want to hear as always. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always, guys. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.